Yes, so to create a box and whiskers diagram using Excel from a sample size here of 20 values. Remember, we need 5 numbers to create a box and whiskers. The minimum value. So we can skip a row and write minimum, mean for minimum value. The lower quartile, Q1 is the lower quartile. We can use Q2 for the median, Q3 for the upper quartile, and the maximum value. So to construct the box and whiskers on Excel, we have to identify a box 1, right? So that's all it's to be done on Excel, a box 2, and a box 3. Okay, and then we want what you call the upper whisker, and down here we'll have the lower whisker. So ensure that you have this labeling or something very similar. Here we are going to create label the values for the sample. Sample 1 is only one sample, so we can call it sample 1. And here we're going to identify the minimum value. The minimum value, we can use Excel equation. We can put equal min, the minimum value, double click on the function minimum. The minimum value of these 20 data values, close bracket, enter. So the minimum value, the minimum data value is 124. The lower quartile represented as Q1, so we put equal Q4 quartiles. We double click on quartile, and we identify the set of data values. We have to indicate to Excel which data set, which is the 124 to 154, the 20 values, comma, and 1. You see, for the first quartile is a 1, so you can click on the first quartile, double click on it, and you give the 1. You see the 1 right there, and you close bracket, 25th percentile. Then we need the median, so you put equal, and you put Q4 quartile because the median is also considered a quartile. Indicates again is this set of values, and then you put a comma, which is, and then you can see the median, second quartile, close bracket, enter, 155, and the third quartile, the upper quartile, equal Q again for quartiles, double click, identify the set of values, and put a comma, and automatically Excel is asking which one, so it's the third quartile, close bracket, enter, and then the maximum value equal max, double click on it, maximum value of these set of numbers. So highlight these numbers and the close bracket, the maximum value is 128. Now, very importantly, remember the box 1 is always the lower quartile, because that's where the partition starts. The box starts from the lower quartile to the upper quartile. So box 1, you just put equal, and the lower quartile is in C3 here, so you just put C3, or you can indicate right here. The box 2 equal is the difference between the median and the lower quartile. So you just click on Q2, which is C4 minus Q1, and you press enter. So it's the difference between Q2 and Q1. Box 3 is the difference between Q3 and Q2. So you put equal, Q3 is in C5, or you can just click on it, and minus C4, so you can just click on C4. That will give you the box 3. The upper whisker that will be equal to the maximum, which is in C6, sorry, 198, and there is a difference. Actually, the upper whisker is a difference between the maximum and the upper quartile. So it's a difference between C6 and C5, okay? And the lower whisker is defined by the difference of the lower quartile, that's a subtraction sign, and the minimum value. Okay, so now that's how Excel wants you to start, and Excel wants you to continue by highlighting that first row, that blank, and the sample. You press Control and you highlight the boxes. So make sure that you have those two highlights, because that's how Excel instructs you to do it. And then what you do now, you obtain what you call the error bars. Okay, so you go to, right, you go to Insert. All right, you go to Insert. To get the error bars, you must get the stacked column. So you see how it appears, but that's not how you want it. So you go to Switch Row, Switch Column, Switch Column, Switch Row Column, Switch Row / Column, and you get this. So this is what you want. You don't really need to have that label in there. And this box, you click on it, you highlight it, and you press Shift F9 or right click. You go to Format Data Series, and you want it blank. So you go to Shapes, and your fill is no fill, so you want it blank. Okay, and you keep highlighting on it. And what you need now is your error bars. So you go to, make sure you're on Chart Design, and you go to Add Chart Element. You go to Error Bars, and you go to More Error Bars, and you can see where it appears right away. And then you go to Error Bar Options, that bar chart right there. You go to minus, because we're talking about the lower whisker, and look, it's right there. But you must go to Custom, Specify Value, and because it's lower whisker, you want the negative error value, so you delete this, and you want your lower whisker. That's what you want, and then you just enter, click. So that's your lower whisker right there. Now, for to get the upper whisker, you have to highlight this box right there. You go back to Add Chart Elements, Error Bars, More Error Bars. Then you go, well, the error bar options is already highlighted, so you go to plus now because it's the upper one, and you return back to Custom, Specify Value. So you want the positive error bar, so you delete this, and you look for the upper whisker. That's what you want there, and you press OK. And here you have the box and whiskers according to Excel. All right, and you can, copy and paste it in your Word document as so desire. If you want, you can modify the colors of the boxes. All right, here you have a gray. You can change it to red if you want. Okay, and the borderline, you can increase the borderline. Okay, you can change the color to black if you want, and the borderline for this box right there, solid line, and you can increase. Okay, so you can design it how you see fit, customize it according to your how you so desire. Box and whiskers according to Excel.